Let's talk about animation in 2021. The year has just begun. We're only in January, not really a lot has come out yet. So I'm going to go over the movies, the animated movies that'll be coming out this year, and also the cartoons that'll be coming out this year, which there are a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff coming out on streaming services this year. Like, more than usual. So, yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. I'm going to start with movies, and then I'll talk about cartoons, and then ask you, like, what you're excited for. And also a big shout out and thank you to Ryan Walterson, who put this list together alphabetically of all the animated movies and cartoon shows that'll be coming out this year, so thank you, Ryan. So first, let's go over movies, starting A to Z, The Addams Family 2. I watched the first one when it came out in 2019, but I never did a review of it because it was very bland. But the second one, I'm not really too excited for it at all. We'll see. Then next we have Arlo the Alligator Boy, which looks very interesting, the style of it. It seems to have some songs in it too. It's going to be a movie on Netflix. Very interesting character designs in that. Then we have Blazing Samurai, which was a project that was in development hell for a while. I know that Pan Rebel Taxi actually did a video on that a while back. It's basically an animated version of Blazing Saddles, but with samurais and cats. Next up is Bob's Burgers the movie, which is finally coming out this year. I haven't caught up with Bob's Burgers recently, but it's still a very fun show. I'm just not sure like what they're going to do with the movie. I'm waiting to see a trailer. Then next we have Boss Baby Family Business, the second Boss Baby movie. The trailer that came out recently, and it's very weird because the kids from the first movie are grown up, and then they have to become kids again. It's really weird. DreamWorks is very strange like that, where they will make something really cool like Captain Underpants, and then make something like Boss Baby. Then we have Clifford the Big Red Dog, which is a CG live-action thing, and the Clifford just looks like a big dog, pretty much, from the teaser that was shown. Then we have Connected from Sony, which was supposed to come out last year, but is coming out this year, and it looks good. I like the style of it and everything. Hopefully the plot isn't, like, just technology bad, because it does seem like it's going to go further in that concept, and seeing, like, exploring both sides of that argument. Then we have Diary of a Wimpy Kid coming out on Disney+, which is going to be an animated movie rather than one of the live-action Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies. Which, I've never seen any of them, but I do like the style of this animated movie that's coming out. Then we have Earwig and the Witch, which is the Studio Ghibli film that is CG coming out next month. And it looks very odd with the CG in this compared to some other recent CG anime films like Lupin the Third, which looked amazing. Like, even that Dragon Quest movie that came out last year called Dragon Quest Your Story looked better than this, so I'm very concerned about how this is going to be looking in motion. Hopefully the story's good, so we'll see. Then we have Encanto from Disney. This is going to be the next Disney Animation Studios movie after Raya, which I'll talk about later. But this one actually is going to have music from Lin-Manuel Miranda, which is exciting. And this is going to be taking place in Colombia, I believe. So that'll be interesting. Then we have Hotel Transylvania 4 from Sony, which this one Genndy isn't working on. But Sony's just like, oh, we gotta make another one because it's just a big moneymaker for them. Then we have Luca, which is the next Pixar movie. And this is from the director of one of the Pixar shorts called La Luna, I believe, and it takes place in Italy, Luca. And the style of it is very different from other Pixar movies, from the way the character designs look. They looked very round-ish compared to the other Pixar movies. So I'm interested to see this, because the concept art looks good, and now seeing the character art of, or the character stills, it looks really good, so I'm looking forward to it when it comes out in the summer. Then we have Minions, Rise of Gru, which was supposed to come out last year as well, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll watch it and see how it is. Yeah, not a fan of Minions. However, I am a fan of this next studio, and that's Cartoon Saloon, making My Father's Dragon, and that is going to be coming to Netflix. It's not going to be directed by Tom Moore, he's producing it, but it's going to be directed by Nora Toomey, I think that's her name. She directed The Breadwinner. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this because Cartoon Saloon, they haven't missed yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing this. Then we have an untitled My Little Pony movie, which is going to be starting off the Generation 5 of My Little Pony. And there was actually something that leaked out that was like a storyboard concept of like an intro for G5 for the movie. Though we're not really quite sure if it was the movie or not, but they do like mention the main six and the song sequence that was storyboarded. So that's exciting if this like actually takes place in the same universe as G4. That would be really cool if they did that, or if it's like referenced in some way. So I am excited to see what Generation 5 is going to look like for My Little Pony, since they saw what worked with G4. I think they're going to try to actually, you know, capture that again. Hopefully it is good. Then we have Night at the Museum Ka-Munra Rises Again, which is an animated Night at the Museum movie. That's exciting. I enjoy like the first Night at the Museum. I've never seen the other two. But it is like a concept that does lend itself well to animation, though, so I am excited to see what they do with that. We have Paw Patrol the movie, which I don't care about because it's like a preschool show, so I don't really care about it. Peter Rabbit 2, I guess I'll watch it and try to review it. I haven't reviewed much recently, but I will try to review Peter Rabbit 2. Then we have the Netflix Pinocchio, which that is going to be directed by Guillermo del Toro, which it looks very interesting, the concepts they've shown of that. I believe it's going to be stop motion? It looks very interesting. Alright, here we are at Raya and the Last Dragon, which that comes out in March, both in theaters and also Disney Plus Premier Access. I'm not sure what they're going to do with that, if they're going to have it like the same price that Mulan was, or if it's going to be cheaper than that. Or if they'll just go to streaming only and decide they don't want to be in theaters. Well, we'll see what happens with the virus by March. So, well, we'll see what happens with that. But it looks fun. Ron's Gone Wrong, which is a movie about a children's toy robot that like malfunctions or something. It does sound like an interesting concept, almost like a horror concept, kind of like a Chucky type of thing. So we'll see what happens with that. We have Rumble, which had a teaser like early last year, I believe. And that one seems like, you know, these are just monsters fighting in a wrestling arena, which sounds pretty fun. Well, we'll see what it does, because the teaser didn't really, you know, hit it for me that much. Sing 2, which I'll watch it and I'll review it, but I won't like it probably. Space Jam: A New Legacy. Now, this is something that I'm looking forward to just because of how ridiculous it sounds, because I did take a look at the leaked script and what was like going to happen in the movie. If that like is accurate, it's going to be insane. It's going to be just absolutely insane. Spirit Untamed. This is based on the show that was on Netflix, which I have a theory that they made that show because of My Little Pony, since it got, like, popular. I think DreamWorks was like, what do we have that's, like, popular with girls? It's like, oh, horses. Girls love horses. So, I just have this theory that they brought back Spirit just because of My Little Pony. But I've never watched the show. I've seen the movie, but I've never watched the show. But this movie's like based more on the show, so we'll see how it goes. We've got Tom and Jerry, which comes out I think next month. Yeah, I think they moved it up. It's coming out on HBO Max. So I've seen the trailer. Tom and Jerry look pretty good, but I'm not sure about the human elements, how much they'll play into it. Hopefully it will focus a lot on, you know, the slapstick comedy that Tom and Jerry's known for. Troll Hunters: Rise of the Titans. I never watched the Troll Hunters series, so I don't really have much to say about this. Vivo, this is from Sony. This is another movie where Lin-Manuel Miranda is actually making songs for it. And it's about like a journey from Cuba to Miami, I believe. That sounds interesting. We'll see what they do with that. Wendell and Wild. Now, this is a horror comedy coming out that's going to be starring Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key, which those two are great as a comedy duo. So it'll be fun to see them do like a horror comedy. And then the last one for the movies here, this is Wish Dragon, which very much seems like a Chinese Aladdin, at least from what I saw of the trailer. It looks very lively, and I'm excited to see it, though. It's going to be coming out on Netflix. That's it for the movies. Now let's talk about all of the cartoon shows coming out. First is Aquaman, King of Atlantis, coming out on HBO Max. It's a Warner Brothers show because, you know, DC Comics. I don't know the last time I've seen an Aquaman show, so we'll see how good this one is. Then we have Bat Wheels, which is basically Cars, but with the Batmobile and other cars, I guess. And it's more of a preschool type show. We have Beavis and Butthead coming back again, so we'll see how MTV deals with that. We have a show from Nickelodeon called Big Nate, which is about a boy in school, like at 6th grade. It looks very generic so far. I'll have to see more of it. Blade Runner: The Black Lotus. Now, this is an anime based on, you know, Blade Runner, and this will be on Adult Swim and Crunchyroll. I do like Blade Runner, and I really liked Blade Runner 2049, so we'll see how much of that plays into it. Then we have The Boondocks coming back, which is unfortunate that the voice actor for Granddad died recently, but I'm excited to see what they're going to do on HBO Max, because they've said that, like, you know, the original creator's back for these 2 seasons that they've made. So, I'm very excited to see what they do. Chip 'n Dale, which is not related to Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, which is the live-action hybrid movie coming out. Chip 'n Dale is like a different show that focuses on Chip 'n Dale, not as Rescue Rangers, but just as Chip 'n Dale. And it has like a very different style to what, you know, Rescue Rangers or DuckTales looks like. The Cuphead show, which I'm very excited about. I saw some of the animatics and teasers they've made for Cuphead, and it looks really fun. I'm very excited for it. I've loved the game, so just seeing the characters like actually like interact with each other and talk and everything, that'll be a lot of fun. It seems like it's going to be another really good video game adaptation. Dead India, which is a show that takes place at a theme park. I'm not too sold on it so far, but we'll see. It's gonna be a Netflix show. Doug Days, which is about Doug from Up and just his antics with Carl, and like Ed Asner's coming back to play Carl, so that'll be fun. Elliot from Earth on Cartoon Network, which is a show that is from Cartoon Network of Europe, which you know, worked on Amazing World of Gumball, and this very much looks a lot like Amazing World of Gumball with the style of it, because a lot of people from Gumball came to this show, Elliot from Earth, and it's about like a human living with a bunch of aliens. The Ghost and Molly Mcgee. I watched the trailer for this earlier, and this looks really fun. I'm enjoying it. Whereas this little girl that lives in this house with a ghost, and the ghost is voiced by Dana Snyder, you might know as, you know, Master Shake. So I always love it when he voices a character. So I think this will be a lot of fun. The Great North, which will be airing on Fox, this is from the people that made Bob's Burgers, and it's about this family that lives in Alaska, which is a unique setting. So we'll see how that goes with the Fox block. Godzilla Singular Point. This is an anime, another Godzilla anime. Hopefully it will be better than what they did with that trilogy that came out, because I know a lot of people didn't really like it too much. Gremlins Secrets of the Mogwai. This is a show that I think a lot of people have wanted. They've wanted like a Gremlins like cartoon or TV series or something for a while. So this will be fun to see on HBO Max. The Heroic Quest of Valiant Prince Ivandoe, which this is another cartoon from Cartoon Network of Europe, and it also does have some of that Gumball style to it. And this is more of a fantasy type show compared to the other one, Elliot from Earth. But it looks cute. It looks fun. I Love Arlo, not the puppet, though I do love Arlo. I do love his videos. But I Love Arlo. This is going to be the series that'll be based on the Arlo the Alligator Boy movie that'll be coming out. So yeah, we'll see about that. Invincible, coming to Prime Video. It's very interesting. This is a superhero cartoon that is a bit more violent, and it's sort of like apt that it's on Amazon Prime, because that's where The Boys is, which is a more like, you know, very serious take on like the superhero thing. So it's interesting that Invincible is going to that as well. So it looks really cool from what the trailer shows, though. And J.K. Simmons plays the dad in it, so he's always great. Jellystone, which will be on HBO Max. I'm very excited for this because it's by C.H. Greenblatt, who did Chowder. And just the images of the characters I've seen so far, I've really liked. So I can't wait to see what his humor is like with these Hanna-Barbera characters. We've got Jody, which is a spin-off of Daria, which was originally a spin-off of Beavis and Butthead. So it's a spin-off of a spin-off. I've never seen Daria. I really need to watch Daria at some point. But, yeah, good for Jody. Camp Coral, the SpongeBob spin-off, which is supposed to be more of a preschool show, though I did watch the preview, and it didn't really feel like a preschool show at all. It just felt like a, SpongeBob to me, I guess. I'll have to see more when it comes out, but so far from the preview, I see it as pretty much harmless. Kid Cosmic. This actually comes out in a couple of weeks, and it's by Craig McCracken, which, of course, he did Powerpuff Girls, Foster's Home, Wander Over Yonder. I'm not feeling it too much from the trailer I've seen so far, but it comes out just a couple of weeks, so I just have to wait that long to watch it, and I'll watch it and see what I think of it. Little Ellen. I don't like the concept of that at all, so, yeah, no. Long Gone Gulch. This already aired in January for the pilot of that. I'm hoping somebody picks it up because I do really love the style of Long Gone Gulch, and it's always nice hearing E.G. Daly's voice again. So I'm hoping somebody picks it up. Lucas the Spider, a Cartoon Network show, which is interesting because Cartoon Network also previously did The Annoying Orange. So they're adapting like another YouTube series. Though I think Lucas the Spider will be a bit more well-received than Annoying Orange. Masters of the Universe Revelation. This is another like He-Man series, though it's going to be by Powerhouse Animation, who did Castlevania and Blood of Zeus recently. So that'll be interesting to see because, those series are very bloody. So I guess there's going to be a bloodier version of He-Man, which would be really cool. I don't know if it's been rated yet, but that would be interesting. Maya and the Three, which is by Jorge Gutierrez, and it'll be on Netflix. It'll be in a Mesoamerican inspired world, which will be interesting. We haven't seen too much of that, so that'll be fun. Mecha Builders, which is Sesame Street, but mechs. That's weird. There's like this Cookie Monster mech. Yeah. Okay. Modok, which is the Marvel series that's going to be on Hulu, and it's stop motion. Very much kind of looks like Robot Chicken. Though I saw a clip from it, and I do not like the shaky cam they're doing for, like, the fake documentary type thing. Because it kind of messes with the stop motion a bit. But I liked what I saw so far. Modok is a very weird Marvel villain, so it makes sense to make a comedy series based on it. And he's being played by Patton Oswalt, which has a good voice for Modok, for, like, playing a humorous version of him. Monsters at Work, which is a show that takes place after Monsters, Inc., after they switch over to Laugh Energy. And it follows, like, this one monster that went to school for Scream Energy. So that'll be fun to follow that character. I've been waiting for this for a while, so I'm hoping that it'll come out sometime this year. It's slated for this year, but we'll see. Pacific Rim: The Black. This is an anime series based on Pacific Rim, which it seems like they would have done that like a while ago, but I guess they finally want to do it now. It's going to be a CG anime though, from the looks of it. And those are very hit and miss. Sometimes you get a Beastars, sometimes you get Berserk. So, well, we'll see. Pixar Popcorn. This is a series of shorts from Pixar that are about like random characters in Pixar movies. So I just saw the trailer for it today. Looks cute. I'll watch it. The Prince. This is based on Prince George. Like that Prince George. It's another like cartoon based on a real person, like, little Ellen thing. I'm not very, fond of those types of cartoons, but it's coming out on HBO Max. We'll see. The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, that's coming out on Disney Plus. So we'll see how it lives up to the original. It's nice that Disney Plus is reviving a lot of these old series. Hopefully they'll do it for some others as well, because I'd like to see more of Gargoyles as well, and some other ones. I'm hoping. I doubt it'll happen, but I would want a season 3 of Wander Over Yonder. Resident Evil: Infinite Darkness. This looks pretty interesting. It's going to be a CG series, but it looks like it's going to be a lot more faithful to the Resident Evil series than, you know, the movies have been. So we'll see. We've got the Rugrats Revival, which the images of the characters don't look bad, if I'm going to be honest. Though I guess I'll have to wait to see them in motion, because this is going to be a 3D revival, and it's not going to be 2D. It seems like a lot of the Nickelodeon shows are moving to 3D rather than 2D, which is weird. Samurai Rabbit, the Usagi Chronicles. This is based on a comic series. Looks really cool. I've always seen that rabbit around, so it'll be fun to see like a show based on it. Shenmue, which is based on the video game series. I've never gotten into Shenmue. I think it's like one of those game series that you sort of just had to be there when it came out. But I've never played it, and every time I see it, I'm like, what's so interesting about it? So, hopefully the show's good, though. We've got the Smurfs coming out on Nickelodeon, which looks very much like Smurfs: The Lost Village, which came out a few years ago. I'm liking the style of it. Hopefully it'll be like a good Smurfs-like revival. The Snoopy Show coming to Apple TV Plus looks fine for like a Peanuts show. It looks very clean compared to, you know, older Peanuts shows. So there's that, I guess. Star Trek Prodigy, which is a kids Star Trek show coming out on Nickelodeon. I'm not sure like why they haven't done that before. It seems like they would have done that at some point. But yeah, Star Trek Prodigy. So I guess since, like, you know, Star Wars has all those other shows that they've had animated, I guess Star Trek's like, oh, we got to do some more animated shows as well. So they're doing one for Nickelodeon. Speaking of Star Wars, there's a few Star Wars series. Star Wars, The Bad Batch, which is like in the same style of the Clone Wars. I haven't watched the Clone Wars or Rebels or anything, but The Bad Batch, that's another series coming out. And then Star Wars Visions, which sounds very interesting. It's like an anime anthology series, which is basically like, you know, the Animatrix. So seeing that with Star Wars will be really cool. Thomas and Friends, which is like a 2D Thomas the Tank Engine cartoon, which looks very odd with him being in 2D. But it's a preschool show, so I'm probably not going to watch it. Tiny Toons Looniversity. I'm not sure if this is actually going to come out this year. But I'm liking the style of it so far with that one image we got. Tom and Jerry and the Big City. This is supposedly going to be, you know, a spinoff from the movie coming out. We'll see how it goes with connecting to the movie and if it'll have that same like slapstick humor. I've never really liked too many of the modern Tom and Jerry iterations. I've only really liked the old stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Tuned Out, which is a hybrid show between animation and live action, where they're going to have Looney Tunes, like, interacting with different people. And I think not just Looney Tunes, but I think, like, other Warner Brothers owned characters. I'm hoping that'll be a fun show and it'll have some fun humor in it. Tuca and Birdie is coming back to Adult Swim. That's great, because the first season of Tuca and Birdie was great, and I don't know why Netflix canceled it. So I'm glad that Adult Swim picked it up. Unicorn Warriors Eternal. This is Gendy Tartakovsky's next cartoon. Looks really interesting from that just one image of the characters. We haven't seen a trailer yet, but it'll be coming out on HBO Max, and it should be really cool. We Baby Bears, which is the spin-off of We Bare Bears, but it's just the Baby Bears. They've always had like the Baby Bears segments in We Bare Bears, but this one is just all Baby Bears. What If, which is a Marvel cartoon that is asking questions about like, what if this would happen? What if Peggy Carter was Captain America? What if, like, you know, Captain America was a zombie or something? That'll be interesting to see that kind of anthology series, just playing with the different stuff in the MCU. Then last on this list is Young Love, which is based on Hair Love, the short, and it'll be following the characters that were in that short. So that's all the stuff, most of the stuff that's coming out in 2021 as far as animation goes. There's probably going to be a lot more, and some that I didn't even think of. I think there's like a lot of indie projects that I'm aware of that I didn't even go over. So hopefully you found this video informative with all the stuff coming out, and tell me what you're excited for this year in terms of animation. And again, thank you to Ryan for putting together this list. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!